Evening guys, and welcome to another Mike's Shed, and congratulations to all the winners the other night in the draw. And I did get a bit of a kick out of throwing in that Sega Master System right at the end there, which, you know, I was buzzing, and I know Kobani, you were busy buzzing off it as well, and yeah, I'm chuffed to bits with that, guys. Probably need the addresses off a couple yet. I've not checked my email today, which is Mike's. If you want to send me your address, it's mikeshed@hotmail.com. That's mikeshed@hotmail.com. So if you just send us your address today, I'll drop me a line first, I'll respond, then send your address just to be sure you're sending it to you know, some fraud agency or something like that. So after the comp, you know, I was just checking through the comments, and it was really nice to see an Lame Dad Retro Gamer who won the DS games. He said, look, you know, give them to Gaming Grandad, whose address I need. I've tapped him up on YouTube. I don't know if he's on Insta, I'll have to have a look. Give them to Gaming Grandad because he has a charity, or he gives to a charity, and I'm sure he'll make use of him. So I thought, you know what, fair enough. Which I did feel a bit bad about him not getting anything, because I know I was going on about postage to the States, but that would have been fine. It was more the console I was not worried about, but just wondering how awkward it could be, really. But yeah, so I would like to sort you out with something. Maybe not now, but not too distant. We'll sort something. So yeah, so he said send it to Gaming Grandad, and I thought that was really big of him. And I was saying, look, you know, is there anything I can do to kind of sort you out with something? You know what I mean? He says, that's all you can do the 3-game recommendation, which originated from Gull Payne. He said some years back, actually. I think I've seen it before, I'm not too sure. I've seen a couple of you guys doing it lately. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is a VR response to Lame Dad Retro Gamer, and let's fire away. Now, where do I begin with this? I actually didn't know where to begin, and then I just had to take it for what it is, because the first game that came into mind, it's going to be no surprise to all of you, was Alien Syndrome, okay? But I was thinking, well, that's crap on this crap. I find it crap on the Master System, to be honest with you. It's not one of the better Master System games, and I only ever really liked it in the arcade. So I took that out of the equation. So I'm not going to recommend that, but I wanted to recommend the game. But I think it was going off tangent. It was missing the point. So, and I got thinking. I was looking through my game collection, which isn't massive, but I do tend to have games that I like playing. And the first, and probably the most obvious to, and I think a lot of you will agree, I'm not sure it's been recommended already. For me, it is Ghouls and Goblins, Ghosts and Goblins, whatever you want to call it. This to me is, no matter what platform, I've got it on Nintendo Advance as well, the Japanese one. No matter what platform you play it on, this game gives 100%. It's Capcom classic. And it's really nostalgic for me. It's got a lot of sentimental value, this game. And never that big on it on the Mega Drive, believe it or not. On the ZX Spectrum, it was like probably one of my favourite games them years ago. So yeah, so that's Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins on the PSP is awesome. I've had had this one 2 years, but I have had it before. Bought it 10 years ago for the, you know, 9 years ago for the PSP. And in a trading frenzy, like you always do, I got rid of it, and it was a big mistake. And as soon as I got my PSP given to me off Mr. Ben Quintin, thank you very much, Ben, I went out and bought Ghosts and Goblins. So that's one that's highly recommended. Then I got thinking, one second, just figure this. Oh god. Anyone else got hay fever? I am on my back legs with it here, I'm telling you. Really bad. Really bad. Luckily it's not really hit my chest hard. It's just solely nose and eyes. I thought it was settling the other day, and then we just, even rain, I thought, well, the rain will clear it up, and the next day I was just like, yeah, me and my daughter get it really, really bad. I've even got an emergency tissue in case I have to blow. I'm holding back pretty good at the minute. I've had some allergy wipes and stuff like that. So anyway, So the next game that came into my mind, and this is a favourite, most quite recent, even though I loved it back in the day. It's something that's I'm more hooked on now than what I was back then, and I'll show you what it is. And it's a Mega Drive game, and considering Altered Beast, believe it or not, the most common game, is a game I used to play a hell of a lot, and a hell of a lot on the Mega Drive. Looking back, the fun I had this with a friend's house, and the game I tend to go to, apart from Xeno Crisis on the Mega Drive, is RoboCop v Terminator, and that is so arcade quality. Everything about this game, this has everything a Mega Drive game should have. It's got the gore, well, like, relatively gory. Some similarities to the next game I'm gonna recommend, but this on the Mega Drive is solid, absolutely solid game. Solid game. Now, I put this in front of a game that I was going to recommend, but because it really has become common, it's become quite expensive, I was going to recommend I've only got the third version, I've had them all in the past, but it's the Metal Slugs, because they are such a pick-up, put-down, fun, kind of weirdly gory in a weird way, like flamethrowers and bodies explode and stuff like that. Do sometimes look at it thinking it's kind of weird, but it's such a good game. Graphically, it's brilliant. But for me, RoboCop v Terminator just is pipping it now, because this is so common. It's a bit of a cop-out, I feel, to recommend that, even though it's a good game. So my second game is RoboCop v Terminator on the Mega Drive. So we've got Ghosts and Goblins, or Ghouls and Ghosts, and we've got, that's on any platform, by the way, and RoboCop v Terminator on the Mega Drive. So we're 2 games in, and then I had to really think about what was the next game, and I had to go to a collection of games, and you'll notice a bit of a similarity to everything I'm into, really. And the next game I wanted to pick out, this is a bit of a cop-out, so I'm going to pick one game in particular on here, and the game is on, because I've not got it in any other version. It's on the SNK 40th Anniversary Collection, and it is, you can't see it, Akari Warriors. Those two fellas there. Akari Warriors, to me, is the ultimate arcade game. Admittedly, we'll put it on now and you're a little bit like, bit bitty, but it's still a great game. I've probably put more time into that than have anything else, really, along with the obvious ones, Xeno and RoboCop v Terminator. But yeah, Ikari Warriors for me is just a brilliant game. Now, and on the Commodore, I don't think it was that good. It was okay on the Spectrum, and then other than that, I didn't see it on any other platforms, nothing else, until I got the downloadable for the PS3 some years back. And I was a bit gutted because you only have that narrow screen, because that's how it fit in the monitor. So it was a bit, you know, I thought they may have modded it a little bit, and I actually did think, I thought they may do something, give it a little bit more. They just literally, there you go. And it's been quite a hard game to get hold of over the years, and anything 16-bit, 8-bit upwards, really. It was on your micros, and then that was it. And, like, you know, tell me if I'm wrong. And then I do know it is on the compilation for the PSP, the SNK compilation 2, because there's compilation 1 and compilation 2, which was a Japanese. It's only in Japan, and you know, you could be talking 200 quid for that. I mean, why? You know, I don't know why. So yeah, Akari Warriors is my third recommendation. I just wish they'd done. I mean, Akari Warriors 2 and 3, I can take or leave. But the original Akari Warriors, just wish they'd done a little bit more. Now, you may have played Shock Troopers, and there's a couple of typical SNK, absolutely brilliant at the top-down shooters, and you know, it's such a nostalgic game for me. So unfortunately I've not got a copy that isn't on a compilation because I don't find the other versions good enough that are, you know, for me now. So my recommendations are Ikari Warriors, Robocop v Terminator, and Ghosts and Goblins. Okay guys, that's me signing out. Thanks very much, and I hope you like the games I chose. Take care.